If you are financing a modern crossover right now, the dealership is literally laughing at you behind closed doors. You are signing a 60-month contract for a fragile glass house on wheels. Modern SUVs are completely broken. They are built with microscopic, overstressed turbochargers and delicate CVT transmissions that are mathematically engineered to self-destruct the exact minute your factory warranty expires. You are paying $40,000 to look rich, but you are buying absolute disposable garbage. Stop throwing your hard-earned wealth into the furnace. If you care about your bank account, you need to buy the ghosts. I am talking about dirt-cheap, heavily depreciated SUVs that the average consumer completely ignores. These are not the overpriced Toyota RAV4s or Honda CR-Vs that everyone else is fighting over in a bidding war. I have dug deep through international fleet databases, verified the raw engineering schematics, and isolated 4 completely obscure invisible road tanks that you can buy right now for under $5,000. They hide cast iron components, heavy-duty truck axles, and million-mile engines underneath ugly, forgotten badges. Let's get to work. Number 1, the ultimate American disguise. The 2004 to 2007 Saturn Vue equipped with a 3.5-liter V6. This specific vehicle is the greatest automotive loophole in North America. Saturn was a budget brand created by General Motors, and the brand was killed off over a decade ago. Because the badge is dead and buried, the used car market treats this SUV like toxic waste. Nobody wants to be seen driving a Saturn. But the 2004 to 2007 Saturn Vue V6 hides a massive, earth-shattering secret. General Motors did not build the engine or the transmission for this car. Back in the early 2000s, GM made a secret corporate trade agreement with Honda. General Motors desperately needed a powerful V6 engine for their new crossover, so Honda shipped them crates of their legendary 3.5-liter J35 V6 engines and heavy-duty 5-speed automatic transmissions. When you open the hood of a Saturn Vue V6, you are literally looking at the exact same bulletproof powertrain used in the Honda Pilot and the Honda Odyssey. It produces 250 horsepower, it features Honda's legendary VTEC variable valve timing, it utilizes a forged steel crankshaft, and it routinely crosses 300,000 miles without breaking a sweat. It is an absolute powerhouse. But the brilliance of this vehicle gets even better. Saturn wrapped this Honda powertrain in their proprietary polymer plastic body panels. That means the doors, the quarter panels, and the fenders on this SUV are completely immune to rust and completely dent-resistant. You can literally hit the door with a shopping cart or a baseball bat, and it just bounces right off without leaving a mark. You are buying a rust-proof, dent-proof Honda Pilot for $3,000, simply because the steering wheel has a dead Saturn badge on it. It is the smartest vehicle purchase you can legally make on the used car market today. Listen to me very carefully before we move to the next vehicle. Buying a dirt-cheap, ignored SUV is a brilliant financial strategy, but you are swimming in shark-infested waters. Right now, scammers and illegal car flippers are physically ripping the instrument cluster out of cheap SUVs to remove the check engine LED bulb from the circuit board. You start the car, the dashboard looks perfectly clean, and you hand over your hard-earned cash, completely blind to the catastrophic transmission failure codes secretly hidden in the computer's memory. 2 days later, your new SUV locks into neutral on the highway, and you are financially ruined. Do not hand over a single dollar to a seller without performing the 60-second instrument cluster fraud test. I put the exact button combinations and diagnostic protocols to expose these scammers on page 17 of my anti-scam vehicle blueprint. Scan the QR code on our screen right now, or click the link at the very top of the description to secure your copy immediately. A blown transmission costs $4,000. This guide costs $47. Download the book right now and protect your money before you go to your next test drive. Let's get back to the list. Number 2, the high-performance off-road sleeper, the 1997 to 2003 Infiniti QX4. If you live outside of North America, you can find this exact same architecture under the name Nissan Terrano Regulus or the Nissan Pathfinder TI in Australia. Everybody knows about the standard Nissan Pathfinder, which means used Pathfinders carry a massive popularity tax. But nobody remembers its luxury twin, the Infiniti QX4. Because it is an old luxury vehicle, the average buyer assumes it will be an electrical nightmare that costs thousands of dollars to fix. They are completely wrong. The Infiniti QX4 is a traditional unibody ladder frame truck. It is a heavy-duty mechanical tank wearing a leather tuxedo. If you buy the 2001 to 2003 models, you are getting the legendary 3.5-liter VQ35DE V6. This engine made Ward's 10 best engines list for 14 consecutive years. It uses a massive maintenance-free timing chain and produces instant, unyielding power. But the true masterpiece of the QX4 is the four-wheel drive system. Infiniti did not use a cheap slip-and-grip all-wheel drive setup. They equipped the QX4 with the all-mode 4WD system. This advanced transfer case uses wet multi-plate clutches and was derived directly from the Atessa system developed for the legendary Nissan Skyline GT-R supercar. It is a high-performance off-road computer shoved into a $3,000 luxury grocery getter. It will outhandle and outclimb almost any modern crossover on the market, all while you sit in heated leather seats. Number 3. The forgotten commercial heavyweight, the 1998 to 2004 Isuzu Rodeo. This vehicle is a global phantom. In Australia, it is the Holden Frontera. In the UK, it is the Vauxhall Frontera. In the USA, it was even rebadged as the Honda Passport. No matter what badge is on the grille, this is one of the toughest, most heavily overbuilt SUVs of the late 90s and early 2000s. Modern crossovers are built on car platforms. The Isuzu Rodeo is built on a heavy-duty, commercial-grade ladder frame. It is a true truck. If you search specifically for the 3.2-liter V6 6VD1 engine, you are getting an absolute cast-iron powerhouse. But the true masterpiece of the Isuzu Rodeo is hiding underneath the rear bumper. Isuzu did not build their own rear axle for the V6. They reached out to Dana Incorporated and installed the legendary Dana 44 rear axle straight from the factory. For those who don't know, the Dana 44 is the exact same heavy-duty, indestructible axle used in extreme off-road vehicles like the Jeep Wrangler Rubicon. People spend thousands of dollars to upgrade their trucks to a Dana 44. You get one standard in an Isuzu Rodeo that costs $2,500. Because Isuzu abandoned the passenger vehicle market entirely, the depreciation is absolute. It is a rugged, unbreakable off-road truck that the modern world completely forgot about. And finally, number 4, the invisible Korean workhorse, the 2005 to 2009 Hyundai Tucson. Before you type a furious comment, hear me out. Modern Hyundai SUVs are plagued with the catastrophic Theta 2 4-cylinder engine. They suffer from spontaneous rod knock, massive oil consumption, and engine fires. The modern reputation of Hyundai is highly toxic. But you must use the automotive timeline to your absolute advantage. The first generation of the Hyundai Tucson, known as the JM chassis, predates all of those engineering disasters. You are going to ignore the 4-cylinder models and specifically search for the Tucson equipped with the 2.7-liter Delta V6 engine. This specific V6 engine is an undisputed mechanical cockroach. It uses old-school multi-port injection. It does not use gasoline direct injection. That means your intake valves are constantly washed with fuel, keeping them perfectly clean and completely immune to the carbon choking that destroys modern engines. It utilizes a cast aluminum block reinforced with heavy-duty cast iron cylinder liners. It is paired with the F4A422 4-speed automatic transmission, which is a brutally simple, hydraulically controlled gearbox with no fragile CVT belts to snap. Because it is an ugly 20-year-old Hyundai, it is completely invisible in traffic and completely ignored by the used car market. The demand is zero, which means you dictate the price. You can easily negotiate a low-mileage, perfectly maintained self-contained 2.7-liter V6 Tucson down to $3,000. It is the ultimate disposable-priced vehicle with permanent reliability. You are being lied to by the automotive industry. They want you to believe that the only way to keep your family safe and avoid breaking down is to sign a 60-month loan for a brand new, highly complex plastic crossover. It is a complete fabrication designed to trap you in debt. The Honda-powered Saturn Vue, the Skyline-engineered Infiniti QX4, the heavy-duty Isuzu Rodeo, and the iron-lined Hyundai Tucson V6 are undeniable proof that heavy-duty, ironclad engineering already exists on the used market for the price of a single modern repair bill. If you ignore the mainstream choices, bypass the popularity tax, and focus strictly on the raw engine block codes, you can secure a vehicle that will outlast the garbage being sold today.